سبحان الذي سخر لنا هذا وما كنا له مقرنين وإنا إلى ربنا لمنقلبون. Guess what time it is? It's another time for some Rays in the car talking about basketball. Alright. Well, let me see how I should start this. That was the worst display of basketball prowess and intelligence I've seen in the 16 years of my coaching. No, I'm just kidding. No, that wasn't that bad. Alhamdulillah, I should stop talking. I talk too much. That's my biggest problem. They played well. They played poorly, to be straight. They played poorly. They lacked energy, lacked stamina, lacked conditioning. The other team, would I say the other team was better than them? I don't think so. They might have had a little bit of size, but I don't think they were better than them. I think the problem is, there's a cyclical thing that happens in basketball. Basketball, as you may have heard, is a game of runs. Right? One team makes a run, the other team makes a run. One team makes a run, the other team makes a run. And theoretically, one of the reasons why teams go on runs is because it's easier to score after grabbing a defensive board than it is to score after inbounding the ball from a made basket. The reason that is quite obvious. The defense is set. Even if you're not scoring in transition, if you push the tempo after a defensive rebound, maybe you'll cause some miscommunication in the defense. Maybe you'll cause some cross-matching to happen in the defense, and you can take advantage of that as an offensive player. For example, if Draymond gets the rebound and pushes up court against the Boston Celtics, maybe Marcus Smart is the closest guy to Draymond. So he says, I got ball, and stops the ball. But now Al Horford is guarding Curry because of Boston missing a shot and the Warriors pushing tempo. Right, so that's obviously one reason. Whereas, if Boston makes a shot, now they're back on defense while Golden State is inbounding the ball. Even if Draymond is the inbounder, now Marcus Smart has time to say, okay, where's Curry? I got Curry. All right, Al, you got Draymond, or whatever it may be. And so this cyclical pattern happens where now that you've missed a shot, the likeliness that you're going to miss the next shot increases because your defense is going to play against a semi-transition team or a transition team. A team offense that's in semi-transition or transition. And so your defense gets a little bit tougher. And then your offense gets a little bit tougher. And then your defense, because your offense is tougher, then your defense, it becomes a cycle. And so the other team goes on a run. Then you go on a little bit of a run because now you finally got to stop. And now you go on a little bit of a run of your own because now they're in that defensive, offensive, transition, missing shots, rebounding cycle. That's why rebounding is so important, offensive and defensive. Of course, defensive rebound is super important because it stops the other team from getting more opportunities because possessions win game. If I have more possessions than you, I'm more likely to win the game. But also because offensive and defensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds are important because they create more possessions, and defensive rebounds because it stops the other team from getting into their flow. Alright. Having said all of that, that cycle was exacerbated by the fact that the team couldn't grab a defensive board. Their best rebounder, mashallah, got hurt. And from there on, no one else boxed out. No one else crashed. And if you're not boxing out, and you're not running to the hoop after a shot to get the rebound, chasing the ball, or crashing, it's a simple terminology, you're not going to get the rebound. And if you don't get the rebound, most of the time the other team gets the rebound. The other team gets the rebound, it only exacerbates the cycle that I mentioned before. Again, this is my basketball opinion. I'm no NBA coach. I'm no NBA analytical mind. I'm just a regular dude who knows nothing much about life and basketball, but this one. So, I mean, that's one issue. Obviously, because the defense is poor, the offense suffers. And tonight, the offense suffered because of half court. Just like 2K, our transition offense is cool, stellar, nice, very good. And a lot of times I like to say, hey, let's not score in transition. I stopped saying that because I know no one does it, right? I always say, I mean, in my theory, in my opinion, if we're up 10 points, 15 points, let's stop scoring in transition and let's work on our half-court game. But of course, no one wants to do that because people play 2K for fun. And similarly, people play basketball for fun. When you pay money, I don't know how much fun it is to lose. When you play for free and you lose, it's like, that sucks. But when you pay money, I bet it sucks worse. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have an offensive set, a freelance offense, an offensive series, as I mentioned in a previous video that I don't know if I uploaded because I'm very inconsistent with what I upload and what I don't upload, then it really does hurt with your ability. Why don't I just go live? I just thought of that. What a good idea. Next time, inshallah. This is actually a good time. Maybe next week. Yeah, I'm going to go live right now. Hold up.